So, hi everyone, good evening. And today we have three wonderful movie reviews coming up. So, first up, we have Perfect Days. It's a Japanese movie, as I understand. And I did not want to read too much about this movie because I really wanted to know the version from Navnath. He is going to review this movie. And after this, we will have other two movies coming up. One is Pink and Gulmohar. So, with these few words, I now give it over to Navnath. He will review the movie Perfect Days for us. Yes, Navnath, over to you. Your mic has to be on. Yeah.
Thank you, Radhika Garu, and everyone for providing this opportunity to review Perfect Days. Perfect Days is a Japanese movie by a German director, Wim Wenders. It's a 2-hour movie. So before going into review, I just request Radhika Garu to show the trailer of the movie. Then we can start discussing about it.
Sure.
Thank you,
Yes.
Radhika Garu.
Yes.
So if you have seen the trailer, this movie revolves around the day-to-day life of a public toilet janitor in Japan.
Just a second, Andy. I'll just mute everyone.
Okay, sure.
Can participants please mute yourselves? Just give me a second.
Okay. Hi. Can I start?
So very sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, that was a small. Yes, go ahead. Andy.
This movie revolves around public toilet janitor in Japan. His name is Hirayama, which is portrayed by the actor Koji Yakashu. So this is the movie by Wim Wenders. And initially, there was a project to showcase the public toilet architecture in Japan. So that project resulted into this long duration entire feature film, which is revolving around janitor. And if you have seen in many movies, there's a conflict is there. There's something major event is happening, something one big event is happening, and that movie revolves around that conflict. But in this movie, this is entirely there's a nothing is happening in this movie. Nothing major is happening. It's just a day-to-day mundane life of a person, and he's doing his job. There are no action sequences, nothing major happens here. It's just his life from morning till evening, and his weekly or his routine life that we get to see through this movie. And but the beauty of this movie is whatever he is doing, he has set a routine for his life. Like every morning he wakes up before dawn, and then he takes coffee, and then he went to his job, which is cleaning toilets. And after that, he comes home. His life is pretty analog. He has kept himself away from the digital life. He has his collection of cassettes, then second-hand books, and he loved to spend his time with nature during lunchtime. And every day he clicks a photo from his Kodak camera, the old camera which has the rolls, and so he clicks a photo of trees. So initially the name of this movie was Komerebi, so which translates into light. Uh, just a sec. This is a word for it. Komerebi is a light coming from trees or so that word is there. And but later on they decided that the title should be Perfect Days, and through there's a song by Lau Reed. Uh, from that they have taken the title of this movie. And this movie is about his life, and only one event happens in between the movie, that his niece comes to visit him. And he was living in very low middle class society, these residences in Japan. And we get to see only glimpses of his past, that his niece and his sister comes to meet him. So we get to know that initially he was very rich in his past life, in his upbringing, but later on he chose his life. He was very decisive about what he wants to do with his life, but pretty much he wants to live in the present moment. He's not living in the past. So the one message from this movie is we have to live in the present. So the tone of the movie is very slow and predictable. Every day we get to see that he's waking up at the same time. He's going to his work, coming home. His weekly routine is set. The laundry, he goes go for laundry. Then same bar he goes for weekly dinner, and his bedtime routine is also fixed. He get to read books, and mostly he prefers paperback books, use second-hand books. So this movie revolves around books, music, and nature. So one of the activity he does is he rescues these maple tree seedlings from the park, and then he potted them in his house. He takes care of that. So this is the day-to-day life of that person, but he's happy with his life. So we get to see that the happiness is seen in his face. That whatever he's doing, he's taking pride into his work. Even though he's cleaning the toilets, he's very professional and meticulous about it. And even he has invented his own gadgets to take care of this. So that like a small mirror and all to check whether there's anything below the toilet seat and all. So he's very particular about his work. He's very happy that what he is doing, and I, and nothing major happens in this movie. But that is the beauty of this. That uh, uh, this about what we lose after everything is digitized. He takes pride in whatever little day-to-day things that he enjoys doing it. And so that is one of the dialogue is there that now is now. So we have to live in the present. Whatever we are doing, we have to enjoy that. So this is the message that movie gives. It's very interesting 2 hours movie, but it's very slow, but it's very enjoyable. And initially, this person has very few dialogues. So initially, for half an hour, I thought there might be some issue with the subtitles or something. But this movie is really good, and this movie is currently available on independent cinema platform called movie.com for viewing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, leaving the. Thank you very much, Navnath, with a wonderful movie to start with. Talking about simplicity and being ordinary is the in thing right now, and very wonderfully and beautifully put. I would now open the forum for interaction. If any of you have seen the movie or if you would like to share your thoughts, we are all open here. Kindly switch on your mobile, videos as well as audios. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, Sandhya, please.
It's a very beautiful review, Navnath.
Yeah.
I did not watch the film, but I have watched the trailer today when Radhika ma'am posted it in the group. And I have observed something in the film that the film mostly works with the color grading of lights and all.
Yes.
It's more of warm tone colors and all. I have also observed this in many of Asian films that they play better with colors.
Yes.
I think that's one of the reasons why these movies work well.
Even recently, I saw a movie called Fallen Leaves, which is also it's a Finnish movie, but they have also used this warm color grade in their movie, and there's no black and white or any other dark colors are there. It's mostly pleasure to watch these movies. Even one particular thing I notice is the music that they have chosen. That character, he lives in the 60s and 70s. So he has a vast collection of audio cassettes from that era, and even he has old Japanese folktale cassettes with him. Even there is an entire thread on Twitter about what are the books are portrayed into this movie, that they have shown this character is reading. So there is an entire thread on Reddit and Twitter about the same.
I'm reminded of the lines from Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya Garu. He speaks about whatever a person is doing, whether he's a railway worker who is perhaps doing some work which is remotely connected to the tracks, laying down the tracks and all those things also. Every day, if that particular work, if he does it wholeheartedly, his life is complete. So I'm just reminded of those very profound sentence, that particular profound sentence about how attitude matters a lot in living a life. And I think this movie brings in the same essence about the person living with what is present at this moment and taking pride about whatever he is doing. As you mentioned, he takes some tools to his place.
Yes.
All by himself. It is not told by someone. So how meticulously he does the job is to his own satisfaction rather than for somebody else. So there is a lot to learn from his character, definitely, to all the people. It has not got to do with any degrees, but it's his attitude.
Correct. So there's a saying in Zen, it is called, there is no enlightenment beyond everyday lives.
Yeah.
So whatever we are doing in our everyday lives, we have to get enlightenment from that, doing those things perfectly.
Right. Beautiful.
No, it speaks about his commitment towards his job.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Who is committed will naturally enjoy the job also.
Yeah. True. I mean, if you don't have to work a single day, if you are really happy and enjoying your work, that kind of a thing. Thank you so much. If there is anybody else who would like to speak, we are open. We do have guests. Yeah, Sheetal, yes, please.
I just have one thing to ask. What is one takeaway that you feel is of this movie? Like one takeaway, one thing, because what happens is movies we watch and we forget, but it's one message that we carry. So what do you think you would want everybody to carry that message, or you happen to take that out of that movie as a learning?
See, one learning that I learned from it is the dialogue, now is now. So you have to live in the present. So you don't have to worry about the past. You don't have to worry about the future. The future is the accumulation of the now moments. So there's nothing future. So whatever you are doing in the now, so that matters only. So,
but do you think it's as easy to adopt as it's said?
No, it's very difficult. There's an entire book by Eckhart Tolle on the power of now.
We may read
It's
any number of books,
Yes,
but
it's
see,
very
we
difficult.
read it, we watch it. But how do I get that in me? I just wanted to, because my movie is on the similar things that I'm going to review. Now is now. But what I sometimes, I have a similar taste. I watch lot of similar kind of movies. But it leaves me with a thinking that, see, when we watch it, it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to read. It gives you a very good, a very deep sense of realization also that moment. And afterwards also, every time you sit down and think, but how do you bring that in you?
See, many times we are not present in what we are doing. So we are thinking about, suppose now we are attending one meeting, then later on we'll think that tomorrow we have to go for a grocery shopping, or tomorrow some important day is there. But whatever we are missing the beauty in the now moment that we are doing. So like we plan our lives that I have to do this sometime or on that day. But actually we get ourselves very busy about thinking about that, so we forget to live in the present.
Yeah.
So that we have to constantly remind ourselves, our brain, that just focus on the what is happening now. Just focus on your breath, that this is the moment that you have to live, not in the future. Whatever will happen, it will happen. But you don't have to waste the now in pursuit of what will face in the tomorrow or day after or in future.
True.
Very well said. Very well.
There is something called anticipatory anxiety, You must have already come across, some of you. So that is about the same thing, like, you know, that very thought that sits in our mind about what could happen, or something where we are not here at this point. Though we are physically present, there is something that is running always in our mind, and that's a kind of a thing that even psychologists address. Like Navnath was talking about certain mindfulness techniques and other things. There are quite a few things, an array of things that can be suggested according to the case. But more or less, I think it's about enjoying the moment. And somewhere I have a feeling that digital minimalism that I have read did help me a lot about this same thing, because when I was switching on my mobile phone to some other, it could be just some reading material, whatever it is. The moment I'm off the screen, there is a lot of, that mindfulness I'm experiencing. Somewhere the screens and certain other gadgets are creating anxiety. It has been proven also, by the way. This has been proven that there are so many distractions today and information bombarding from the sources outside. So much so that we don't even realize where we are going into this wave and where we are lost. So I think the very first point is being conscious about whatever decisions we are taking, and then to be mindful about whatever we are doing as frequently as possible. These are the two things that come to my mind that I just wanted to add. So
this American philosopher Henry David Thoreau.
Yeah.
So he has very beautiful book called Walden. So in that he has mentioned that I went to woods to live deliberately. So
Yes.
these two words are there, that live deliberately. So whatever we are doing, if we are doing it deliberately, that you have mentioned consciously. So
Correct, you're right. In fact, Carl Newport in his book Digital Minimalism has dedicated a complete chapter on how this Waldo, I mean, this
yes,
this particular
economic part of yes.
yeah. So it is a beautiful chapter and a lovely book. But what you said is very relevant here. Yeah.
So what I'll suggest, we have to be mindful of what we are doing, and also this movie talks about the power of routine. So he has fixed himself a routine that what he will do, and he has time for whatever thing he likes, like reading books, listening to cassettes, music, and he has a personal archives of photographs he has taken in the park. So he takes photos of the trees and the sunshine and all. So he has personal archives. So he takes time out of his schedule to whatever what he likes to do. So this is what I'll say.
Thank you. Thank you so much once again, Navnath, for the lovely introduction of this movie. And I would like to go watch this because for the very simple fact that these kinds of movies are usually, I mean, people who watch them and really applaud them, they know the worth of it. But as far as fame is concerned, they are not really into the mainstream unless we really get them into.
Yes. This kind of sort of experimental movies which are mostly shown in this what we can say, this not available on general for popular release and all. Mostly shown in this events and all. So I'll recommend this movie. It's available on Mubi also, and in Prime also for rent it is available.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. If we have no other further points on this, we'll move